Hello, Comedy Lounge, Perth City. Would you be so bloody kind as to make some noise for me? Oh, yes. Oh, nice. Oh, excellent. What a nice audience. Oh, this is going to be good, this. Welcome to the Comedy Lounge, Funniest 5. So, yeah, we've got all different acts on and stuff. If you're the type of person that likes to do a little heckle and stuff, just direct them at me. I'm John, I'm your MC, and it essentially doesn't matter what you say to me. Look, you're like, what, we're going to heckle just this guy? We're just gonna... Yeah, you can do that if you want to. But the other guys, because they're filming their sets and stuff, if you spoil it, then you're a dickhead. You know... I mean, if you're a heckler, quite often you're a dickhead anyway, aren't you? But I personally don't mind them. I like a bit of interaction. Do you feel like doing one, sir? No, you're all right. You're happy. I thought because you're a large masculine presence, I thought he would be exactly the type to bully me. But now that I've had a good look at your face, I see the purity in your eyes. You're a nice geezer, aren't you? And what are you doing for a living, brother?
Sales.
Sales. What are you selling, man? Pneumatic equipment, that's equipment to do with air, isn't it? Pneumatic means to do with air. Is that right? Did you clap for me because I knew about air? Yeah. It's just the accent that makes me sound like a fucking idiot. I'm not completely stupid. It's because I'm an English person. We've got other English people in here? Oh, there's quite a few of us. Did you watch the coronation? Fucking nail biter, weren't it? Christ, it was exciting. The twists, the turns, the robes. Good Lord. I think they got on a little bit too quick with all that coronation stuff. I think the Queen will bounce back yet, don't you reckon? I think she'll be all right. She's not let us down before. She'll be back on public duties in a couple of weeks, I think. I think they were too speedy with it. I'm still wishing her a quick recovery. Daft, though, innit, to have a coronation. Isn't it funny we have a king? We're such an advanced creature now. We like cure all diseases and stuff. We have, like... there's a car orbiting space. We have FaceTime. FaceTime exists. Do you remember when you used to think, oh, I wish I could just ring somebody and see their little face as I ring them? We can do that now. We're in the future. We don't care about it. And yet, in England, there's still some old fella that's like, now gather round, everybody. In a moment, I'm going to put on my mum's fancy hat. And when I do, everybody here, thousands of you, all have to say I'm the most important man in the country. Agreed? Ready? 1, 2, 3, hat! Yes! Everyone's just okay with it. Do you know what I mean? It's bonkers, isn't it? All right, you're going to love this first guy very much. Very good friend of mine, very funny dude. Let's just bang down hands together. Whoop, Comedy Lounge, and cheer for Chris Pachillo!
I bought a house recently though as well. My in-laws are always irritating me. They're like, you got to pay this house off as quickly as you can, right? But then they get all sanctimonious if I use like just a little bit of drug money. You know? I'm like, surely schools should be more specific about what drop-off zones are for. People, come on. Like, my neighbours though, man, freaking me out. I'm a little paranoid. Now give us a shout if you can empathise with this, guys. I'm paranoid that my neighbours can hear me taking a shit. Anyone? Ma'am, you look like you can snap one off. No? Maybe? It's wild, man. I tell you what I've done now to make myself feel better about the whole situation is now I take all my shits exclusively inside the house. And that's really perked it up. Yes, these neighbours, man. They saw me digging a hole in the backyard recently. They immediately assumed it was to bury a body. Because probably of these jokes, actually. But I was just installing a jacuzzi for my partner and I. That body was a coincidence, people. Trust me. It's safe to say, though, that I don't know too much about women, actually. Like, ladies in the audience, you will want a man who will open doors for you. None of you will get in the back of my van. You know?
Chris Pachillo, ladies and gentlemen. One more time for Chris. And keep it going for your next act, the very funny Goundry.
My birthday recently, I'm 37 years of age. Make me some noise if you're older than 37. Make some noise if you're younger than 37. Where are you? Fucking bit difference in tone there, isn't there, yeah? I don't feel like I'm that old, right? But I can start to see things changing society, right? For example, I grew up in Perth in the 90s. When I was growing up, dogs didn't have mental health issues. My parents got a dog 2 months ago. It's got anxiety. I'm like, what the fuck have you got anxiety for? You're not trying to be a comedian. My parents' dog's taken dog Xanax. Has anyone here ever taken dog Xanax? It is fucking incredible, yeah? I had a big night out 2 weeks ago. I came home, I couldn't get to sleep. I took 3 dog Xanax. Stopped barking at the fucking door. It is I had a dog growing up in the 90s. Jake, he didn't have anxiety, he didn't have depression. He used to do what we used to do. He used to do what we used to do all the time. He used to sit in my garage and smoke bongs. Anyone here who've been high with a dog, sir? Yeah? Yeah, it's good. Some dogs, when they get stoned, get paranoid. You see them staring off into the distance, being like, the council's tracking us, man. They're putting fucking chips in our necks. Some other dogs are getting real zen, being like, maybe we're all the good boy, hey? You know, a dog never knows it's taken antidepressants. A dog never knows it's on antidepressants. You try to give a dog a pill, what happens? It goes, it spits it out. So what do you got to do? You got to hide it in peanut butter. You got to wrap it up in ham, yeah? So the dogs at the dog park is talking to all the other dogs and they're going, hey, Axel, man, you're doing really well. What's going on? You fucking taking anything? And Axel's like, yeah, man, I'm taking fucking ham. He's like, I'm having ham in the morning, I'm having ham in the afternoon. It's honestly the best thing I've ever done. Put on a bit of weight, can't come, fucking who cares?
Jared Goundry, ladies and gentlemen, one more time. Yeah, groovy. Keep banging their hands together. Do a whoop, do a cheer for Ames Robbins.
You know, I am single. Anyone else here single? Oh, like two of us. Convenient. So I've been single for a while. I am on Tinder, and I get a lot of messages like, are you now 100% a woman? I mean, come on, guys, look at me. I'm at least 40% hamburger. One time I told that joke, a dude in the audience was like, I'd still eat it, though. Which is a nice surprise, because not a lot of guys like pickles. You know, still, it is hard to date as a trans woman, because people think you're just out there trying to trick straight men into sex. And guys, if I was going to trick a man into anything, it would be empathy. Like, have you ever had a guy pass you tissues when you're not even crying? And then he's just like, these are for your back, see you later. Just me? I don't believe that. That joke often leaves a lot of people speechless. I guess they just don't have a comeback.
Ames Robbins, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, groovy. Okay, we got one more act left in this bracket. I think you're going to like him very much. Very funny guy. He's a Perth gentleman. He's just recently blown up on the TikToks. You know when people do that nowadays? You don't know what that means? You're young people. You should know what that means. Oh, was it you that said no? TikTok is a social media. It's a form of social media where both stupid and intelligent people can go on there, and some people sort of just do this. And some people do fun, cool, clever stuff. Anyway, there's lots of people that have done quite well on the TikTok. This geezer's one of them. That's quite nice. God, this has been an awkward introduction. Let's clap and cheer, shall we? Let's make it all happen. Do some whipping, do some cheers for Matt Storer!
Yeah, I don't have a lot of endurance in general, ladies and gentlemen. That was my big weakness in dating. I have a few shortcomings. But the thing about flaws is if you embrace them, right, if you get confident about them, they become sexy, right? So I've done that. I'm going to give you a sexy song about my flaws. Are you guys up for a sexy song? All right, a little too into it. That's all right. Here we go. All right. Ooh. All right. Sexual tension. You feel that? That's me. All right, here we go. Honey, you've heard these guys saying they make love all night, but you don't seem the kind to have that kind of time. So baby, I'll be brief. Give that booty its beauty sleep, 'cause this dick sticks to a strict time limit. Job done in 7 to 10 minutes. Oh, 7 to 10, and then free for other activities. 7 to 10. Screwing all evening screws up your weekend. No need to seek out the priest if I'm in and out before Jesus sees in 7 to 10. Ooh, that's a lock. Put it in the prenup. Sex is best when quicker than the cleanup. So newsflash to bros, lads and chaps, 10 to 15 is a bloody bad lap. So don't act a fool when you fool around. Whistle blows, time's up, tool down. Cause dicks like politics, sometimes crooked, but VJ is souffle. Don't overcook it. To treat a hoe well, don't have to take a day off. Just hit the hotel and pay for a stay. I'll say 10. Horny as a minotaur. Siri, set a timer for 10. Past premature, but won't leave you sore. Like a German gentleman, I don't outstay my welcome. For short and sweet, babe, I'm the one. Cause time flies when you're having sex with me. Thank you. That's my time. Love you, bye.
That's Scara, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah. Okay, are we having a pleasant evening? Is this an okay start to the evening's procedures? Good. All right, let's get this show on the road. We've got a few more acts for you. Let's make them all feel very welcome. I think you're going to like them very much. Let's bang your hands together. Do the whooping, do the cheering for my friend Corey White.
I'm a bit bitter about the whole vaccine thing, if you can't tell. But you know what's the difference between Mark McGowan and Rolf Harris? Mark McGowan harmed more kids. So I don't create the truth. Don't get angry at me, please. Sensing a strong fifth booster energy from that side of the room. Fuck, man. Has anyone not had the jab? Yeah, a few of us. We're getting more confident because you couldn't say this 12 months ago. Fucking 12 months ago, I felt like a Jew under the floorboards, right? I'm not gonna lie. Everyone's saying, you're gonna kill my nana. You're gonna kill my nana. It's like, fuck off. You don't go visit your nana anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't displace that shame and guilt that you have for letting a loved one rot away in an aged care facility while a refugee wipes their ass on the minimum wage and then steals their personal belongings to supplement their insufficient income. You fucking sanctimonious cunt. Shut up. You guys should see me when I'm not on the benzos, by the way. So, it's a much different act.
Corey White, ladies and gentlemen. 2 more delicious morsels for you. Bang your hands together. Let's keep it going, ladies and gentlemen, for my good friend, David Hughes.
I honestly couldn't believe my wife talking about having kids so soon. It's fucking crazy. And also, I've got to stop saying so soon, because what we now, June, so he's nearly 7 years old. But this is a good age. I'm enjoying the age because I'm starting to see his personality coming out a little bit. You know, I'm starting to see that, you know, some of it's my wife, some of it's me. Like, he's super inquisitive. He always, you know, he's asking questions constantly about the world around him. Asks me what happens to the sun at night time. He goes, does it turn around and turn into the moon? And he gets that from my wife because she's fucking stupid as well. So they catches me out though. He catches me out sometimes. He goes, where did babies come from? And I was like, oh fuck, because you don't want to get that one wrong. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to sugarcoat it. You don't want to give him too much and scar him. And I was like, oh, okay. Listen, you know, like when a mummy and a daddy love each other very much. He was like, yeah. I went, yeah. Well, you fucking ruined that, haven't you? I mean. Oh, and then out of nowhere, he just started becoming a fussy eater. Just super fussy with his food. We never had this before, and now apparently it's a texture thing, right? Sometimes he'll bite into something, and the texture just makes him throw up. And I'm not crash hot in the kitchen, but what I've started to do is, with like his chicken, for example, is I'll cook it, and that's made all the fucking difference. So if he's going to be fussy, he started getting bullied at school, he started getting picked on. Listen, before you lot go, oh, if you met him, you'd fucking get it. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's a lot. He's a lot. I was surprised as well, I couldn't believe it, because they don't make fun of how far apart his eyes are. I was like, you serious? Honestly, he looks like it's Sid the Sloth from Ice Age. Like, I'll take him to the aquarium, right, and all the hammerheads will fucking flock to him like he's their messiah. It's mental. Poor fucking thing. I signed him up for jiu-jitsu because I want him to, I want him to learn how to take care of himself. Brazilian jiu-jitsu too, because he doesn't have any pubes yet, so it's perfect.
David Hughes, ladies and gents. All right, let's have the last act for the evening, shall we? Let's just bang our hands together. Let's whoop. Let's cheer for Rory Lowe.
All right, how's everybody doing? Hell yeah, man. It's nice to be here, dude. I started doing comedy out here. I went to high school out here in Perth. Didn't grow up here, though. Grew up in northeast England, in a place called Middlesbrough, which is kind of like Armadale if it was on fire. It's awful, man, so it's nice to be here. We were so poor growing up in England, man, so poor. We were so poor growing up in England, I can't even pronounce the fucking word. Couldn't afford all the letters, to be honest. This is how bad it was, right? When I was 7, I went on a school trip. I was in primary school, and the school took us on a little excursion, and they took us to the prison. Yeah, and I don't mean like here in Australia where it's like, let's check out the limestone and the culture and we'll go to Fremantle and light a candle. No, this was a working prison full of actual criminals. And when we got there, the warden comes up to all the kids and goes, "Hey kids, I've got a special surprise for you." And he pulled out tiny children inmate outfits and he dressed us up as criminals and just sent us into the prison to go meet our dads.
Rory Lowe, ladies and gents. Cool, that's been a fun little show, hasn't it? Have you had a nice time? Groovy. Well, if you've enjoyed yourself, tell people that this place is here. Or if they don't know, say, go to that. It's a really good night. They'll enjoy it. Round of applause for all the acts that you've seen tonight, including your closing act, Mr. Rory Lowe. My name's John Pinder. Have a pleasant evening. I love you very much. Ta-ra.